Fellow adventurers, today I'm about to unveil a tale of photographic discovery that rivals the most epic quests of old, a journey that led me to capture a moment of pure magic in the unlikeliest of places. Imagine a chamber cloaked in mystery, hidden within the labyrinthine corridors of the Children's Museum in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Here, amidst the echoes of laughter and wonder, lies a room unlike any other, a room where imagination meets technology in a symphony of light and shadow. This room remained elusive to many, a well kept secret tucked away at the Children's Museum's furthest reaches. Yet fate intervened, and through serendipity or perhaps destiny, we stumbled upon its hallowed halls. Armed with my Canon camera, I ventured forth, ready to seize the fleeting moments that danced before me. The challenge was daunting. The darkness enveloped the room like a shroud, demanding mastery over light and shadow. With each click of the shutter, I sought to capture the essence of the moment, the joy, the laughter, the sheer exuberance of youth. Yet it was not until unexpected allies joined the fray that the true magic unfolded. Amidst the chaos, a lone figure emerged, a beacon of light amongst the shadows, his silhouette etched against the backdrop of possibility. And as the flash illuminated his form, I knew that I had witnessed something truly extraordinary. In the aftermath, I embarked on a journey of transformation, wielding the tools of post processing to amplify the brilliance of the moment. With each adjustment, the image came to life, a testament to the power of storytelling. So, how was that for an introduction? Anyway, I'm talking about a photograph that I took at the Children's Museum in La Crosse, Wisconsin of our kids. I took it about a year ago, and I have been drawn to this room basically since we found it. It's tucked away on top floor in the very back, and very few people actually even know about it. It's one of those rooms that you would never even know it's there unless one of the kids just somehow kind of stumbled upon it and you followed them in. But anyway, it's a black room. It's got a big green screen and it's got a huge flash bulb, like an old time Hollywood sort of flash. Well, they rigged it up so that the kids can press the button and then there's a countdown timer and then the flash illuminates the entire room. I don't even know how it works. I'm sure other people do. If you do, please put something in the comments. But basically, the green screen captures their silhouette once the flashbulb goes off. And it's super cool. The kids love it. They go there pretty much every time that we end up in the Children's Museum, which is actually a fair amount because it's cold here in the winter and there's just not a lot of other stuff to do. So we go to the Children's Museum fairly often. Anyway, they go there every time. And I've tried to do it with my iPhone, but it just never really seems to work out. I love my iPhone for family documentary stuff, but the sensor is just not big enough when you have low light. So I ended up bringing my Canon R5 in this case, and I dialed it in so that I was basically shooting for the highlights. Essentially, this concept involves putting your camera on manual. You can do it on aperture or some other modes, but I really like to put it on manual because it gives me the most control and the most consistency. And I am actually kind of like clicking my shutter speed and my aperture and my ISO, and I'm making it so that I'm just getting the highlights in view, and everything is in shadow. This is how you do silhouettes and other things like that. So I wanted this high contrast image where everything was in either green or shadow, and it came out way better than I ever could have imagined. And a lot of it had to do with pure luck. I normally just like taking photos of our kids because I don't want to take public photos where it's some random, kid or family and I don't even know them. I don't want to put that on the internet, but I'm comfortable taking photos of our kids and putting it out there. But anyway, a couple of kids came in. I was a little bummed about it, but one kid like put his arms out like this, and then there was another kid that was sort of jumping up against the wall, and it ended up working out amazing. We have our three kids in there. We have Wyatt, Liam, and Isla, each in certain spots, and I'll kind of call that out on the image. And then there's these two other kids. The one kid in the middle, which I think most people actually think it's Wyatt, but it's really not. And he, I think, sort of makes the image with both of his arms out. And then his mom was actually coming into the room right at that time. And so you see this kind of yellow area. And I did accentuate this a little bit in Photoshop and Lightroom to give it a little bit more saturation and some dimension. But his mom was walking in the room right at that time. And so all that yellow light is the light from outside the room that for some reason was captured on this green screen. Really, once I had this, I knew that I had something pretty good. I never thought it would be as good as it turned out to be or win as many awards as it actually has. I think that it's won an award in almost every competition that I've submitted it to. But what I was trying to do with post processing is I was trying to push the image so that my highlights were more exaggerated and my shadows were deeper in black, because all I wanted was that green and black contrast. Having that kind of yellowish aspect with the door frame, I think only adds to it and it gives a little more dimension. But this turned out incredibly amazing. I'm so happy that I took this photo because I think it really tells a cool story. Honestly, this is something that I think anybody can do. Again, I think this is one where gear actually matters a little bit because I needed a better sensor than my iPhone. Although I take so many great photos with my iPhone, I would much rather have that because that's the camera that I always have with me. And so that's probably what I do maybe like 80 or 90% of my own family documentary photos with. Make sure to subscribe after this. We got a bunch of subscribers after the last video, and it's really, really exciting to see. So click the subscribe button, it doesn't cost you anything. The like button doesn't cost you anything either. Basically, it just amplifies my video on YouTube, and then I can put out some more of these. I can tell you about the stories behind some of our portraits and our family documentary photos. I think you're really going to enjoy seeing this series. I'm going to do some other stuff too. I'm going to do some camera reviews, some other gear reviews. One of the other ones that I'm doing, we're going to talk about how I judge different photo competitions and the things that I look for in that. I'm going to talk about taking different photos with my iPhone and kind of how I use certain techniques that most people don't normally think of to take amazing iPhone family documentary photos. So, anyway, stay tuned. And again, if you know why the green screen effect works with a flash, definitely put it in the comments because I truly have no idea, but I think it's super cool.